I like to switch it up and say we know a place and we'd like to take you there because this is a mentor strategy talk show program that's designed and orchestrated by Dr. Matthew L. Jones that we ultimately believe will reduce crime. And of course, I'm your favorite co-host, Jamie Chris. And good morning again, and good morning to you, Dr. Jones.
Good morning.
What's
good morning.
good on a
morning,
Saturday
Baltimore.
morning?
Good morning. Good morning.
What is it, DC, Delaware?
DC. Good
All that
morning,
good stuff.
America.
Good morning,
It's
America.
nice to be able to come to you this morning. I have a few things that I want to
Of course
share
you do.
with you as
got,
we
got
get
some
ready
good
to
stuff?
get started.
Okay. Let us have it.
Yes. And, this is one of the elements that we have in our society that we're not conscious of all of the time. And the benefits that it's around it. It's I don't really know why that more is not said about this. And I'm talking about the National Health Savings Account Day.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about the National Health
Savings Account Day.
National Health Savings Account Day. Now, you come up with some good ones every week, but this one here, you're topping it every week.
This one is so valuable because it's similar to a savings program that you can have deduct from your income that are not taxable. You can money that won't be taxable.
Wait a minute. Tell me, I can have money. So let's get this clear because I know people riding their cars. I don't want them to crash or anything.
Let me detail it out.
Yeah, give me a little detail on this because you're telling me I could take some money up out somewhere.
Subtract it from your pay.
From my pay.
Up to $3,850 for this is what level was in 2023. It may change.
2023. So you could take $3,000 and some odd dollars out.
$3,850.
Almost 4 stacks. Okay, $3,800
from your income.
From my income,
and
out my check.
Put it in a health savings account.
Health savings account.
Tax deductible.
What do you mean? They can't tax it?
It's not tax this because it's just like a 401k.
Okay, so they don't tax it. Now the question is when you say it's like 401k, when do people get to do they pay tax? So if I pull it out early, it's like at the 401k thing.
I'm gonna detail that out.
Okay, tell us.
Now for a family, you can put in $7,750. For a family, $7,750.
Okay.
You can put this money in, and it's withdrawable. It's tax-free, right?
Wait a minute. So you're telling me I could take this money out, it's tax-free, and I could withdraw off of it
There's
when?
a way that you can. I'm gonna explain.
Okay.
How you can withdraw it.
Yeah. Let's be clear.
As long as you use it for qualified medical expenses, like deductibles or co-pays and stuff like that, when you're withdrawing it, you do not have to pay taxes on it.
Okay.
But this health savings program it has a triple tax advantage. Number one, the contributions are tax-free.
Contributions are tax-free.
Whatever that you deduct from your income is tax-free.
Yeah.
Earnings are tax-free. That means the interest that you draw on it, tax-free.
Okay, so which means if it sits and it is accruing a small percent interest.
You're in a savings account.
So it accrues.
It accrues interest.
It grows.
It grows. That's also tax-free.
Okay.
And your withdrawals are eligible to be tax-free, providing that you're drawing them out for medical expenses, deductibles, or things like that.
So I'm assuming you got a day on, in order for Uncle Sam not to take my money or not to say I'm doing some fraudulent behavior, I'm assuming that every time I withdraw this money, I have to have some type of what they call quote-unquote receipts.
You have to have, it has to be related to, your deductible.
Well, how they know?
Well, anytime your insurance pay a bill for you, there's a deductible on it.
Yeah, right.
So you have documentation showing that there is a deductible.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to keep your documentation, I'm assuming, right, with this thing.
You have a documentation. Every time the insurance pay you, they give you a documentation on the deduction.
Okay.
And that deduction is your proof.
Understood.
Yeah, and you can that deductible that you have to pay, you can pull it out of this money and pay it without paying it out of you.
I'm assuming this is probably for people programs and people who don't have it provided through their jobs. Because I know, like, when I worked in city government and state government,
This is an additional.
no, that's what I'm saying. It's something called TDAT. So we're able to take money out of our checks and put it on a card and use it for all medical expenses. And I believe it's before taxes hit it and it goes into an account. But this is great because that means that it's available for all. This particular incentive is available for every single American.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. I like that.
This is something that
I just want to know at the end if I got money left over and I just want to take my money and I'm like, all right, I'm 70, I don't need no more deductibles and I want to take my money at 70 years old. They going to tax me like they tax my 401k? That's the question. Are they going to take all my money? Because that's so scary.
This will not be, if you pull out a 401k, you're going to have to pay taxes, right?
But what happens in the end if you don't need it anymore?
What?
You just roll over all this money into this account and then you don't need it anymore. What if you don't ever use it for medical expenses? What if your medical expenses never get that large?
Remember this. You can always pull it out for contribution. There are three basic ways that is the advantages. For all medical expenses and stuff like that, you can pull it out.
Right.
If it's not for that, you pay taxes on it.
Right.
Yeah. But there's an advantage of you will always have deductibles as long as you live.
True. As long as you live. Understood.
You always have medical expenses. You always have dental expenses. You always have these type of expenses.
Yep.
And they always hit you with this copay.
And so this is good. Okay, good.
Now
so that's perfect.
You can have money set aside for this copay that will save you from using your regular money.
Understood.
And you don't have to pay taxes on it.
Okay. And how do our listeners and how do they go do a little bit more research for themselves? Where would they find this information?
National Health Savings Account. Google it and find out how you can tie
he
into
said,
the National
Google, y'all.
Health
Don't play.
Savings Account.
Health savings account in the Google search bar on your phone or on your tablets or your computers. That's perfect. Anything else for us? Any other special days or anything happening this month?
Well, since we want to talk about special day, we have a special day going on
I was just
today.
hoping so. That's what we were going to get to. Miss Candace sitting here. She got things to
I
do.
won't go
here.
into the other things that I have.
Yes.
We're going to talk about this special day that is taking place
Right here, right now?
at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock? Okay, 2 o'clock. We got a little time. Okay,
Yes.
lean in.
All right.
Yep.
Ooh, am I on? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I hope we can hear you.
We can hear me. I'll speak up. So hi, everybody. So today, this afternoon, we are going to have something called Tailgate and Testimony.
Tailgate and testimony.
Tailgate and Testimony. It is a football-themed activity. So we have football and soccer, which they are both considered football activities for the youth. And it came from one of our youth and young adult counselors. They had this idea to give back to the community. And so what that means is we will be providing coats to 2 classrooms that we adopted at Calvin Rodwell Elementary Middle. All of the students in that classroom will receive a coat today. We also are giving coats to the program that we have here at our church, the development of a square. We call it TOTUS. Everyone that participates in that activity will also receive a coat. It is free to the public. We have games, we have food, cookout style as we tailgate. So we have grilled hot dogs and hamburgers. We will have hot chocolate. There will be giveaways, Christmas karaoke. And we just invite any and everybody to come out. Again, it is free. Everything we do for these children, for our communities, it is free. We do not charge. So we just invite everybody to come out. And again, it came from one of our counselors. They just really wanted to find a way. One of our young counselors, they wanted to find a way to give back. And the theme with our youth department is we try to find ways to just get people as excited about Christ as we are. And it comes to...
Let me say that again. What are you trying to do? Get people to do what? Be excited about what?
Excited about Christ as we are. And so we find ways and opportunities just to, to give back, to show, not that just this church is a staple in the community, but that God is a staple in our lives. And we go forth with that mission to just make other Christians. So in that, we want to, ensure that our youth have a warm coat for the winter. People can come out and have free food, a little bit of hot chocolate, get to know more about Christ, and hopefully eventually find a church home. If it's not Concord, which I hope it would be, but just to find a church home to worship together.
Nice.
So let me add a little something on this.
I think the light bulbs in your ears lit up when he said that.
Yeah, someone may be saying it may be a little cool outside, but they have heat
Yes.
out on the yard.
Yes.
We have
But it's a nice day, too.
No, we have put heating
Yeah.
systems all around the
Yes.
parking lot.
Yep, we have space heaters outside.
Space heaters.
We have a fire pit. We will be making s'mores.
So
Okay.
people, if you think you're going to be cold,
You won't be cold.
you will not be cold because there will be
Oh,
fire
okay.
available, heat available all the way around the parking lot, and you can enjoy this, and it will be warm in it. So come on out.
Come on
It's
out.
not going to be cold.
Okay.
And we also have some additional coats that were donated, only a few, but we have a few 2T coats, 4T. So if you have smaller children and you may need a coat, please come see one of the counselors. We will be at a table serving youth today for your pleasure and enjoyment. So again, we have a few extra coats. I do believe someone is going to be bringing some additional coats. So feel free to come up and speak to a counselor. You may be able to get a coat if we have some extra coats available.
Yeah, and you got to come. We're at 5204 Liberty Heights Avenue, which is, we're between, what is this? I'd say the main streets are like, what is that? Rogers and Gwynns Falls? Gwynn Oak and Rogers, close to Northern Parkway. So we're right here. It's a great landmark. You can't miss us. We're right off for Liberty Heights. And we're here, 2 o'clock, right? 2 to what? 2 to 4?
2 to 4.
I knew it was going to be a nice little window.
Oh,
2
yeah,
hour
2 to
window.
4.
We outside. It's wintertime. It's
outside.
December, okay?
And we do have a church who are participating with
Yeah.
us.
Oh, let's be clear. I almost forgot. So we have an amazing. So it was our guest from last week, Dr. Jones. I was so excited. So it was Miss Kathy Williams, and so she's a past. I think she's a assistant pastor to her husband, and so she is. And they have a pastoral anniversary tomorrow. They're celebrating 37 years. Her pastor is Bishop Anthony R. Williams, and so they're coming here. And I'm trying to think of the name of the church, and I got a little brain freeze. It's going to come back to me. We'll shout them out again. But Miss Kathy Williams and her daughter, and we have all the people that are, that was here last week, and so they'll be here today. And so we'll give them another shout out. But
And they will be bringing
coats. They're bringing other donations, I think they are. And so we'll give them another shout out. We'll take some pictures. We'll load them up. Yeah, and we'll talk about them next week as well. So I'm excited.
And I almost forgot, we are also doing a clothing drive. So you have between now and 2 p.m. to go clean out your closets, bring your gently used clothes here. We will be accepting gently used clothes. We donate those clothes to other organizations, and we are able to get a sponsorship towards our youth department activities. So if you want to clean out your closet, go ahead, bring your bags here. We will be collecting those clothes between 2 and 4 as well. So we're just trying to give you a reason. Or let me take that back. We're trying to take away all of your reasons for not coming out.
Right, okay, I like it.
Listen,
Smart
we
thinking.
have everything here for you. So clean out your closets, bring your gently used clothes here, grab some hot chocolate, a s'more, a hamburger, or a hot dog, play a game, and then sing a Christmas carol.
Sing a Christmas carol. I love it.
Come
okay.
on out.
That part, don't play. We got the Christmas carols coming. We have all the
Ms.
things.
Johnson getting ready to sing a carol there.
That is not happening. What I am getting ready to do is ask Candace about these here light bulb like tell me a little bit about these light bulb earrings for you guys leave. Like look, if you're watching this live online, YouTube, or Facebook listeners, all those people, the live people, you get it, right? But if you're listening and you're driving in your car, there are, just imagine the largest, not the largest, but next to the largest size light bulb that we used to put on the tree, and they're the big pointy ones. They're kind of like, what do you call this? This is like a, I can't even think of the name of the shape. It's almost like a cylinder, kind of like light bulb shape. Yeah. And so Candace has some red ones on, and they're popping. So tell me, where did you get these earrings from? Like, I mean, did somebody give them to you? Tell me a little bit. There's got to be a story behind them. Or you just saw them and just was like, oh, yeah, that's it.
I just saw them, and I bought them. I love sparkly, shiny stuff, especially at Christmas time. And most people tell me they're grateful that they don't light up and blink. But if I do find some, I will buy them and wear them. But no, they represent ornaments. Jesus is the light of the world. You want to let that light shine. We also have lights inside of us, and we should let them shine. So you got to put on something to represent the sparkle and shine inside of you.
Okay, that part right over there. That's what I'm talking about. So I appreciate you, Candace, and just shout out to you and to the other youth counselors, to Logan, just all the people, because you guys are actually, I say this all the time, and I sincerely mean it, you guys are actually doing the work, like the work of the church, the work that God has charged you guys to do, and I love that you guys don't stay inside the four walls of the church. You guys get out in the community. You touch base. Like, the people around here know you. The schools know you. The people know you guys, and because you're doing the work. And I just have to, they say give people their flowers while they're here. Like, seriously, like, you are really doing the things. I mean, you have a life. You have all the things going on, and you still find time to put your church family first. And I know it's not easy. It's lots of personalities, lots of people, lots of adversity, and the fact that you come every week and time after time and you overcome despite all the challenges, kudos to you. Because that take no, I was about to say nothing but God, right? It takes only God to do that. And shout out to Logan, and thanks to Logan and doing his workouts and all the things he's doing. He's in the mix with the Ravens players and all the things, so he's making things happen as well, just off of his own personal network. And I thank God for you guys, because not every church is blessed to have soldiers and people like you guys that actually get out and put that white cape on and go for it. Not too many churches have it.
Trained soldiers now.
That's
trained,
right.
trained.
Trained soldiers.
Well trained
Dr.
soldiers.
Wells, he had the word trained. Yes,
And
they
I
are.
was going to say, shout out to Dr. Jones for
Yeah.
allowing us to just go forth and do these things.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Dr. Jones's training and teaching, he is my pastor. He baptized me.
I baptized you.
He baptized me.
He almost said it like he forgot, Candace. I don't know about that. He like,
I didn't know I was that old.
We won't talk. I'm not that old.
Oh, excuse me.
She young. Can't we? Like, what? Oh, we young. We young.
But no, so listen, Dr. Jones has been a great teacher, great mentor. He just allows the vision that God has given you to go forth.
No, that's true.
And,
Yeah.
and there's no roadblock. Whatever isms and schisms come up, it's of course of the devil trying to stop you from doing what you're supposed to do. But Dr. Jones, I'm very grateful for him for letting us, as the youth department, our young counselors who grew up as children, as recipients of the youth department, who are now counselors and leading in the youth department, to just go forth and continue to do the Great Commission.
Were you in the Rosebud?
I was in the Rosebud.
Oh, hallelujah.
I was a youth choir
Tell them about the
member.
Rosebud.
Well, hey, before he asked you, I was going to say, no, Candace, before you go, I know you got a couple of, we need you for a couple more minutes.
Okay,
like,
yes.
tell me, what is it, a rosebud? I need to hear this.
Look, so I'll go back and run down my history. So no, I am the president of the music ministry. Under the music ministry, there are a few choirs, but we are one sanctuary choir. Under the music ministry, there are the Rosebuds. They are the little babies from 6 to 10.
Oh, okay, so they're not called sunbeams.
They're not called, the other churches call them sunbeams. We call them Rosebuds.
Okay.
So they are the little babies,
I
6
love
to
that.
10.
And she was a Rosebud.
I was a Rosebud.
Wow.
Then we have the youth and young adult choir. That's maybe 10 until young adult-ish.
60.
60.
Okay.
Young adult-ish. And then we have the full sanctuary choir, which is everyone that wants to sing on any Sunday. And
Male choir.
we have the male chorus, but they're not active yet. We're still, recouping from the pandemic. But yes.
Y'all need, shout out to the male choir. Y'all need to get back.
Come on back.
Stop
Come on
playing.
back.
We want the sanctuary choir, all of them, come on back.
on
It's
back.
time to
Yeah.
come on back.
Bring it back in. That is so awesome. I love it.
Yes. And a counselor for the youth department. So yeah, wear many hats, work many jobs.
Yes, you do.
And coming up next week, you'll be in the march.
I won't be in the march.
What? Tell me
I
what
will be supporting.
and just
There has been a change on the march. They're going to start from the church rather than.
he said they too. Notice he said they. That
They.
means you
That's-
and not
He's
him.
gonna
Right.
be here to greet them as they leave and welcome them as they come back.
That part.
10:30. It'll be 10:30 next Saturday.
Okay, good. Oh, so I'll be on the air, so I won't be able to walk.
Yeah, well,
good.
we-
Oh, no, I'll be ready to get on
Now,
air.
I
Yeah,
think
okay.
they're going to put us out on the edge of the step.
Okay, I don't know about that.
So we're going
okay.
to try to keep the noise from getting to us, but they're going to leave here marching down Liberty Road, Liberty Heights Avenue, and at a certain section, but it starts at 10:30, and it's they come back, and there's so much activity also going to be planned on the parking lot. I can't name all of the stuff that I don't have it in front of me. Maybe you can name it.
Right,
Let me see if
that
I can
part.
pull that up.
No,
Yeah, so I
of
know
course.
it's the parade.
Is it
That is next Saturday.
Yeah.
They said it starts at 10:30.
10:30.
So I know it's the marching band. I know they're going to have food vendors and other activities. I believe.
Oh, yeah, like is there like a food truck or something coming?
Food trucks
Yeah,
will be here.
Usually high school bands.
High school band. I do believe there is a
What else?
just went
What else you got
blank. It was
going
like
on?
poof. I know there will
when we go to our little
performances,
song
there
where
will be
you
performances,
yes,
so
yes,
of course
yes.
you can be entertained. See, today we want you to come sing to practice practice for next week when you're entertained, so you can sing with the choir. So they have other entertainment coming. You just there's so much packed into next weekend as well. So just mark your calendar. Come on out to that too. Come on the parking lot, join the parade, march around if you like, and then meet us at the parking lot again.
What they gonna be doing? They gonna
Liberty
be
Heights
doing
Avenue.
skating or something? What
That's
they?
what I thought I saw. I think there's ice skating.
Yeah, some type of skating.
Some kind of
So
skating.
when we come back after the break, I'm gonna get some confirmation.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm trying to pull up the email.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some confirmation. We're gonna run that back. But before you go, one last thing. Tell us, are you familiar with this? I know you guys are connected to the Cinderella play at Art Centric. So tell us a little bit about that. So it's at Baltimore Center Stage, and you have someone from the church that's a part of this.
Okay, yes. So
Okay.
one of our lovely youth counselors and choir members, Melshana Ham, is in Art Centric Presents Cinderella. Not your average tale. It is based out of Africa. It is one of the most amazing plays I have seen in a very long time.
Amazing.
Let me see. I think it's running through
So the 23rd of December.
December 23rd. Please, Center Stage, go on there, get your tickets. Our member, she is playing the cast member of Joy. When I say the selections, the artistic creation, I have never seen Cinderella any other way, and I don't ever want to see it any other way.
Okay, I was about to say this.
When
I'm
I
loving
see
this.
characters in Cinderella that look like me, I think I was more excited than the kids that were in there
Right.
to see a king and a prince, and they look like me.
Oh,
so
wow.
I would encourage you all to go see
We
it.
were the first kings
Of
and
course
princes.
we were, and it
we
takes you
were.
right there to it. And then, of course, the singing.
Oh,
The singing.
okay.
The singing.
The
Dr.
singing
Jones.
is
The
out of this
singing.
world.
Okay,
Oh, my
so we're
goodness.
talking to somebody that's already been. That's what I didn't
yes.
even know you'd already been. So
The
I
church
loved
went-
it.
The church went on the 3rd.
Okay,
and-
that's right,
and
okay.
Candace is going back again.
Okay.
So just get your tickets, get them often, get them early. And then, of course, Art Centric is an African-American company.
Oh, okay.
They are their own theater company, but they partnered with Center Stage because they did not have the capacity at their place to house this
Nice.
show.
Okay, I was
So we're
wondering how that
gonna
happened.
need more
We
space.
need
Okay.
more space.
Okay.
And we
I
are
loved
asking
it.
the Lord to provide for us more
Amen.
To
space.
enlarge our
Space,
territory. And the cost is
absolutely.
only third. What I
Well,
love about it is that
It's
still.
$45, but if you go with a group of, I think, 10 or more,
Oh,
you
then
can
it's
get a
like
discount.
the
It might
discount.
be
Oh,
about
I love it.
$36.
Okay,
So
good.
get your friends,
So our
get your
discount
family.
was $36.
$36.
I love
so we
it.
paid 36, and we took 50 people.
Wow.
We took 50 people from Concord to see the show on the 3rd, and it was
I missed
amazing.
out. I'm so sorry. I have to go. I will be there before December 23rd. Thank you so much, Candace.
Absolutely.
We love having you. And normally you telling us what to do, but to have you sitting on this side and you're part of the feng shui, we are so grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, pack your bags. Come on out.
Yeah, you better come today. Candace is outside. She's outside. What they say, we
Outside.
Now,
outside.
what is your
she
regular
outside from 2 to 4.
occupation?
My regular occupation, actually, I just got a promotion. I am the acting chief of staff for the Family Investment Administration for the Maryland Department of Human Services.
Did you get that? Say it again.
yes.
Say it. What James
Acting
Brown
chief
said.
of
Say it
staff.
loud.
Don't play.
Listen.
Yes, okay.
So yes, I am the acting chief of staff
Okay.
for Family Investment Administration.
Family investors. So this
Human
kind of health
services, yes.
insurance that I was talking about is very important for your people.
Absolutely. For everybody.
For everybody.
I was sitting here taking notes. I don't think you saw me. I was over here taking notes. Yeah, so as you sit here and are encouraged to go make your doctor's appointments, this helps you keep your yearly physicals, keep your
That's right.
6-month dentals, keep your annual checkups, get
Yeah.
your for women, get your PAPs, and everyone get your colon,
Yeah.
get everything.
And this is saying make a budget for it.
And then this is helping you make a budget.
Make
To
a
pay those
budget.
co-pays, to get your glasses, to
Yeah.
get your anything you need.
Because if you have that copay money, you got it made, right?
Absolutely, but who has that sitting there? Last I checked to get.
Don't look over this way because there's no checking and
Last
nothing.
I checked to get to have an emergency appointment, it was
Yeah.
like a $50 copay, and I just kind of looked at him.
Yeah, I'm paying on a case by case basis.
So
That's
now
what's
we're
happening
going
here.
to, so that's what the emphasis on tithing. Really, tithing is saying to the people, make a budget, plan your expenses. That's what tithing is encouraging. That's the purpose of tithing, is bring consciousness to the necessity to plan and budget yourself. Plan and budget yourself. They say give give 10% for tithing, but it really it should be greater than 10%. But that's what the biblical recommendation. But also in the scripture they talk about for the woman who gave 100%. You know, and so.
What good faith she had. I love the woman who gave the 100%. And Dr. Jones, just quickly, I remember we were talking earlier about Miss Kathy Williams, but the church that's partnering with you guys that's going to come out at 2 o'clock as well, of course, the head of their flock is Bishop Anthony R. Williams, but they're First Abyssinia Baptist Church.
First Abyssinia.
Abyssinia, thank you. Yes, Abyssinia. I was trying to get the name right. First Abyssinia Baptist Church, and so they're located at 2500 Aruna Avenue, Baltimore, of course, Baltimore, Maryland, 21216. So they can't be too far from here. They're in the 21216 zip code. But again, it's First Abyssinia Baptist Church, Bishop Anthony R. Williams and his wife, Pastor Kathy Williams as well, and their daughters and their large ministry that's happening. And so we're excited. We're excited to have them. We'll see them out. They'll be here today at 2 o'clock. And so all the things are happening. And this is just all off of you networking, Dr. Jones. You networked, you met the daughters, and it's been a domino effect. Now they're going to be a part of the business network, the business ministry that we have going on.
Classes coming up on the 19th.
Classes are coming up, all the things. But we're going to take a quick break. If our guys are ready, Malik, Logan, if you guys are ready, we'll take a quick break. And shout out to Kathy Hughes and the RadioOne family, Urban One family, just for continuously making this platform possible. And so we'll be right back after this song. No commercials. We'll be right back. And we got some more good stuff for you.
We are.
I'm gonna keep you with mine, y'all know. Just Slim, can I take it right here? Here we go. Well, it's time to make that change. People of the world today are fading. All of us have our ups and downs. You better think about it or you won't be around. What we need is a little bit of love, sent by one from heaven up above. Take it from T, it's simple and plain. This ain't no game, you know what I'm saying? What? It's time. Yep. Time to make some change. Here we go. We are the people who can do it. Oh yeah. It's time. Time to make some change. We are your people. We can do it. Yo, Mob, kick it for me one time.
What is the world coming to? Seems like everyone is running from the truth.
Yep.
We got get up and find, walk into the night. We're the people, we can do it if we try. I know we can do it. Somebody ask me, why do we have to go through it? It's just a test of our faith. Oh, we're living day to day. We don't know where, we don't know when, but it's coming from again. It's time.
About that time.
Time to make some change. We are the people who can do it. It's up to you. It's time.
It's about that time, y'all.
Time to make some change. We are your people. We can do
Yo,
it.
Mob, kick it for me one more time.
Jesus is spreading mighty fast. It's earthquakes are moving through the land. It ain't nothing but a sign that it make up our mind. We're the people, we can do it if we try. I know we can do it. Somebody ask me, what do we have to go through it? It's just a test of our faith. We just live this day by day. Don't know when, don't know when, but it's coming
You know what? It's time. About that time, y'all.
Time to make some change. We are the people who can do it. It's time. Time to make some change. We are your people. We can do it.
Here we go. Well, it's time to make that change. People of the world today are fading. All of us have our ups and downs. You better think about it or you won't be around. What we need is a little bit of love, sent by one from heaven up above. Take a seat, it's simple and plain. This ain't no game, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, good morning. Welcome back. You're listening to 106.1 Praise FM, one of RadioOne's favorite stations, and you're listening to I Know a Place, and I Want to Take You There. This is a mentor strategy program / talk show designed by Dr. Matthew L. Jones, and we're always excited to be here. We're here every Saturday on 106.1 at 11 a.m. And we just pretty much, if you've never listened to the show before, I just quickly run it down. It's like 3 phases of this strategy program. And so the first stage of the plan is to show that spirituality and economics are one and the same. Because when spirituality is the foundation of our communities, it does what? Reaches every aspect of our lives. And so we just want people to know that the Black church is and has always been the strongest economic entity in our communities. And the purpose of this platform is to bring back together the church and the minority business. And at the same time, we want to mentor young men and women who wish to start a business by having existing, they can already have a business or have an interest or they have ideas, and we just want to flourish them. And it doesn't matter what your age is, right? It doesn't have to be young or old. It's whatever's in your heart and whatever desire you have, we're here to help you flourish that and help that business to come into fruition. And so these young men and women can be in your church, they can be in your community at large, they can be people you know. But by using this method, Dr. Jones has designed it so that we will strengthen both the church and the community as we strengthen the individuals involved. And do you have something there, Dr. Jones, you want to add? Because the second stage of the show is to show the necessities of the industrial arts and how they should be put back into the school system. And I know you've done significant research in other countries, other states. They're doing the things where they are putting the industrial arts back in the schools in elementary, or not even putting them back. They already have them there. And so we're just, as a state in Baltimore, we're behind because it's only like a handful of high schools here that have the industrial arts, and it's limited capacity.
And it done economic investment into the schools.
Uh-huh.
This is an economic approach development.
Mhm.
Like I'm not getting too much.
You on, but yeah, yep. Let's try that.
Economic development
Mm-hmm.
that it's like Chicago has done. They've taken 5 high schools,
Mhm.
and every person from the 9th grade to the 12th grade going to receive a full scholarship either to college or to trade school or whatever they want to go to, with a laptop.
Nice.
Full, this is economic investment into that community. 5 high schools,
Yeah.
and this is what we are talking about. If you thought that economic investment in elementary school just by training and skilling people, that would be similar to taking advantage of utilizing economics to strengthen those young people in high school.
Yep.
To keep them out of trouble.
Yeah.
Keep them in. But not only that, the person who took charge of this. Her
What?
name is Janice Jackson.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not the singer Janice Jackson.
And it ain't,
But
Janet Jackson, but
she
she got the same
used to be the superintendent of
initials.
schools in Chicago.
Okay.
But Janice Jackson has agreed to manage and operate this particular program, providing that they also give scholarship to every parent of those kids that wishes to go to college or get additional
Look at that.
education.
Okay.
So not only are they focusing on just the students, but they also providing economic support for the family members.
For that part, yeah.
And I guarantee you, it started May the 22nd last year, and I guarantee you that this is going to have a major economic effect on crime in the city of Chicago. I guarantee you, this approach.
Will have a major effect.
Major,
on crime. I'm sure it
major,
is, because I mean,
major effect.
the design is so that even still, and that's what I like about the research you've done, because the necessity of the industrial arts being put back into the school system early will give economic stability to our children and communities who are not able to go to college or even finish school, for that matter, right? And they'll be guided through the church, the mentor programs, and all of the people in the community that can, help push this forward. And so, and then if you've never listened before, the third stage of this mentoring program is to have the minority businesses, not minority, let's be all the way clear, the major businesses tie in employment with home ownership. And so, and the conclusion is that the purpose of this strategy is pretty much designed to eliminate 50% of the crime within our communities, because we believe that the crime problem is an economic problem rather than just a social problem, and it should be dealt with from an economic perspective, right, Dr. Jones?
Yeah,
rather than a
and that's what-
sociological
and that's
perspective.
what I'm speaking about here.
In
This
uh-huh.
is an economic approach to this crime problem in Chicago.
In Chicago,
And
yeah.
I happen to be in Minnesota, working with the group of working on the mentorship program, and happened to be back in Chicago on the 22nd of May.
Oh, wow, look at you.
When this special activity took place in Chicago.
Always jet setting.
It was just a coincidence, really, that I was in the area when this, when they launched this particular program.
So you didn't even know about it. You just happened to be in the mix,
and then
you were made aware of it.
I was aware of it.
Oh, wow.
I was aware of it while I was in Minnesota, so when I got back to Chicago, I was aware that it was taking place.
That this was happening.
On the 22nd.
Yeah.
And then they had a couple of people who contributed extra amount of money.
Philanthropists. Some big time philanthropists to come dump some big cash.
But the unique thing about it, I was watching it for a few weeks later. The amount that they put in was tripled by contributions from other places.
Wow.
To help out with this program.
So they get into the bag out there in Chicago. That's what's happening with their education system and helping their youth and the families. So shout out to Chicago and call to action to our leadership in Baltimore and our surrounding cities and DC, all the people that can hear us. It's a freaking call to action. You guys have to do the work, and we need some support, and we need our politicians and all of our city officials and leaders to hear us and to really try to implement these things at large. And so
take an economic approach to the crime.
Take an economic approach.
Utilizing policemen and all of that, but we also need to take an economic approach. Let us deal with the housing problems and the job creation problems, and the skills that people have. If we focus on motivating and encouraging these skills, that was their purpose of setting up that program in Chicago, to motivate these high school kids.
Absolutely.
To take advantage of the skills and the gifts that they have, whether they liberal arts or vocational arts or robotic arts or whatever it is.
Of course.
Take advantage of it, and they're gonna support them, finance them, encourage them economically to take advantage of this. And therefore, they don't have to focus on how am I going to get this done? Do I have to steal or rob somebody?
Just do whatever to survive. They don't have to tap into survival mode.
Another alternative to surviving.
Yep.
Because a lot of instances, that's what's in their mind. I'm just trying to survive.
That's all it is survival tactics, and they need something. And speaking of a call to action, I know you have some more things for us, but just super quick while I'm thinking about it, just as we, talked about, just all of the things that are needed to implement this strategy so that we can ultimately reduce crime. We also have, and Dr. Jones talked about traveling and all the things, and being in Chicago, Minnesota, all the things, but Dr. Jones does some really large traveling at large with the National Baptist Congress of Convention of the United States of America. And so speaking of that, we are up for a new president, and this is an important issue because the next president really needs to take the convention to another level.
Absolutely.
And they need to enforce this CFO design strategy idea that you have implemented along with other leaders that are supporting you in this, which means that any president that takes this office will be a part of the CFO initiative. But the main thing is we're just personally, and which is not us forcing our influence on anyone that's a part of the convention, but we're personally supporting Reverend Dr. Donaldson Jones for president. He's running again for the National Baptist Convention of the United States of America, Incorporated. And so Donaldson Jones' campaign, he's really out of Athens, Alabama, but and his church is where? Right on the line at Tennessee? Was it Tennessee? Right, that's where he is, in Alabama. And he's a big deal. And why is he a big deal? Because he really wants to implement transparency in the convention. He wants to elevate the convention to a larger level so that the convention can grow, so that the wealth can come back into the convention, so that the churches can benefit, the Baptist community churches, but anyone really at large, because the CFO thing is large. It's not about a denomination. It's conjuncted from the Baptist convention, but this design, Dr. Jones, that you've come up with, so the CFO will pull together all of the minority businesses in each state, right? Each major city.
Major city.
Okay.
And also, any minority organization that comes there, they provide this information to those individuals so that that the business can take advantage of, whether it's the Church of God in Christ or the Methodists or whoever it is that is coming there with a convention, that they'll be able to take advantage of these services that are being provided.
Absolutely. So I love it. And what we're doing here, the main point is that this, again, is another call to action. This is a call to action. We need you guys to, if you're listening and you attend a Baptist church, and you're listening, it does not matter what city or state or where you are, it has to be a Baptist church, and you know that your church is a part of the National Baptist Convention of USA, of the United States of America. You know your church is a part of it, and you know that your church has been a part of it for 2 years. And if you don't know, inquire. Find out if they've been registered and in good standing for 2 years or more. And that means is that you can participate in this movement of transparency and of elevation for the convention. And so what that looks like for you is we're asking you to ask your leadership, your pastors, your deacons, whoever in the church that you know can push this initiative forward. We just need we need a letter from your church. It literally can be a couple of sentences just saying that you support Reverend Dr. Donaldson Jones for president. He needs 100 letters. He needs 100 letters in to the convention by December 31st. Is that what it is?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, that's correct. So we need these letters. And please, this is literally like, at this point, it's not really a call to action. It's kind of like, I'm kind of like pleading and kind of like, I'm not quite begging yet. Next week, I think I'll be begging and scrounging. But today, I am just making sure that people understand the importance of this. Leadership is important. And if this is the same thing, like if you don't get out and vote, then things don't grow. You don't get what you want. So if you're part of this Baptist church convention and the Baptist ministry, you want it to grow, you want it to elevate. I've learned so much just learning about this campaign. I mean, the convention alone itself it's a big conglomerate, Dr. Jones. They own properties, they own entities, they travel from state to state each year, and we bring thousands. I almost want to probably say, I imagine daggone near $1 million that we're bringing to each state that we come to. 30 to 40,000 people coming. I mean, between the hotel, the travel expense, the flights, and all the things. Like, this is a major investment. So this is not just something small. This is large. We travel from state to state, and so we are really pleading with the Baptist church community to support this initiative. Get on board, learn a little bit about Reverend Dr. Donaldson Jones. You can go on Facebook, and it's super easy. I know this is not a website. You literally just go to Facebook, go to the search bar, and put in "Go to Donaldson Jones for President." Go to Donaldson Jones for President. And I'm sure if you put in Donaldson Jones for President, it'll pop right up. But we need you guys to really inquire about this, make it happen. Call us at the church. Ms. Roxanne's here Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. She will assist you with getting this letter done. You can just call us and give us the basic information, and we'll just add you right to the list to push this initiative forward. Call us at the church this week, 410-367-1117, 367-1117. Thank you. Got something else for us, Dr. Jones?
The CFO is as it indicated, we here placing emphasis on the National Baptist Convention. And by the way, there was one of the major movies recently highlighted the National Baptist Convention and the economic contribution that they were supposed to have received that they did not receive. I don't know if you had seen that movie yet.
No.
Oh, you haven't seen that movie
No,
yet?
you know, I don't watch movies. I need to get back into my movie feng shui, but no movies.
That was a major movie with a major cast, one of our black casts on that movie, and he was there. Matter of fact, he represented a attorney that back in the day that made major contributions to major cities around the country. So it was a very good movie. I enjoyed it, but there was a focus on the National Baptist Convention and the role that they had played in that particular movie. Now, but as you know, we have not just focused on Baptist churches. We have had Methodist churches and all other churches on our mentorship program, because I believe that we no longer can work separately. I think that we have to, if we are going to survive what could be coming, it could have a major impact upon us.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. And do you have something else? I think I see something over there. I feel like you have another.
This is Advent season, and I want to kind of mention that there was a major encounter that one of the Elizabeth, let me say Elizabeth husband. I focus on the woman's side.
Okay. So always focus on the woman's side. I love it. That part.
Well, Elizabeth's husband had an encounter with an angel.
Okay.
And
I
that
want to
angel
encounter.
told him that he was going to, or she was going to have a son. And he raised a question. He questioned the angel, and the angel reminded him who he was and who he represented. And because him raising this question as if that is something that is impossible for God, he going to fix it so that he won't be able to even speak. Now he was a priest, one of the priests, and he said he won't even be able to speak until this child is born.
Oh wow!
So this is leading up to the birth of Jesus Christ.
Leading up to the birth.
This is that event period leading up to, and of course this child that they were making reference to here was, John the Baptist.
Okay.
Was the child that they were making reference. But the point I'm making is, and the emphasis that I'm emphasizing is there anything too hard for God?
There is nothing. I would spell nothing, but I couldn't mess it up. My son would say, "Mommy, don't you dare do that on the air," because I was going to say spell it the Nothing, but that might be wrong. But there is nothing too hard for God, and that's what I love. And speaking of nothing being too hard for God, I have a quick little snippet. So last year we were on the radio, and one of the people that Miss Roxanne had referred to me had reached out. It was a young person, and so she was a person who was just interested in the show, in the networking classes, business classes that we're launching now. They're interested in that, and she was talking about her candle business, and she's a mom, a newly mom. She's staying home with her kid, and she was just trying to figure out how to find her niche and how to grow. And so I just want to give Morgan Brewington a shout out, because she's launched her 501c3 since she's listened to our show. We've encouraged her to get to this point, to do the work outside of her candle business and her creativity. She started it's called Miracle Ina Foundation, or Ina is I-N-A. I could be saying it wrong. She's doing her first annual Love Drop on December 23rd and 24th, and this is through her 501c3. And so she developed this program. She, of course, I'm sure derived from her work and being a mom and just being in the community, but she wants to be there for people who are alone or feel like no one's there during the holidays. And so this year they're going to nursing home, group homes, and to the streets. They're going to hit, all these areas to give love, hope, and healing to Baltimore City. And so they're going to sponsor 5 to 8 families this year of single parents with a disability, or they can have a single mom that's a part of a military family, may have lost her husband, or a dad who lost his wife through service, and then prison families. So if you have someone and, a parent is incarcerated. And so this MIF, I'm assuming I'm saying it right, MIF, they realize that kids are the future and that they don't have to be here. And so as a community, they want to help these people and help them during the holidays. And so I just want to shout out to this organization. I'll talk about it again next week, just as they get closer to time.
And also emphasize that this week, all person would like to be involved in any classes, please call in this week.
For the ministry, right? So let's be clear. If you've been praying and asking God to bless your business, if you're thinking about ways to market your business, if you want to register your business or reconstruct your business, if you want to write a business plan or a marketing plan, or let's be clear, this is my favorite one, you need funding for your business, call us this week at the church.
We're going to give you the dates and the time for the
We're going to give you everything. This is a newly formed ministry at Concord Baptist Church. It is the Concord Baptist Business Network. And so this ministry will help you start and grow your business. And through this ministry, you'll receive biblical principles. You'll receive business principles. Once a month, we're going to have a networking event. Once a week, we're going to have a business growth prayer call, and that's the call I will be on.
We will be
quarterly.
Meeting this Sunday after service.
This Sunday after service?
Yes.
Tomorrow after
Yes.
service?
Yes.
Okay, so look, hey, come to Concord. Don't play. Service start at 10 o'clock. You still got the rest of your day. You're done at 12 here. That's what I love about Concord. They come in at 10. By 12:30, 1 o'clock, you have an early brunch. Late brunch or early dinner, somewhere in there, some lunchtime, because Concord does all the things right. And so you can come to church tomorrow. Service starts at 10 a.m. After service, we're going to have a meeting. But if you have any questions, please call 443-857-1549, 443-857-1549 to express interest, or call us at the church, 410, this is the easiest number, 410-367-1117, 367-1117. And we just thank you guys, and shout out to Kathy Hughes all the time.
And be sure to call this
Yes.
week and get your name in if you're going to be interested in taking any of these
Dr.
classes.
Jones said call and get signed up now, because the class is going to fill up quickly, and at that point it'll be out of his hands, because he got some strong people running this program, and so they're going to be running a tight ship, and this is about people who are serious about growing their business or starting a business. And we just thank you guys for listening this week, and don't forget, we're outside today. We outside 2 to 4 p.m., 5204 Liberty Heights Avenue, coat drive, hot dogs, hamburgers, young people. We do have coats to give away for the little babies, but we've identified the schools and the partnerships and the development of Square Kids. We have identified the kids we're giving the coats and stuff to, but we got some coats that'll still sure be left around. So you want to show up. If you got some donations, some clothes, clean out your clothes. Small children coats, because I heard her say 2T, 3T, 4T. That's for the babies, okay? Babies can get coats. Stop through, get a hot dog, hamburger. It's free. It costs you nothing. It's games, it's stations, it's ministry. And let us come witness to you. Let us come give you the plan of salvation. Let us do all the things today. We're outside 2 to 4, and it's nice, so don't play. And Dr. Jones said, we got heat outside, y'all. We got heat. Don't play. So please come see us, 5204 Liberty Heights Avenue, 2 to 4 p.m. today. Coat drive, fun drive, all the things, and we got more stuff happening the rest of this month. Thank you guys for listening to I Know a Place, and I Want to Take You There.
Yo, what's up? I'ma kick it with mine, y'all know. Yo, Slim, can I kick it like this?